The debate around the 8th Pay Commission is intensifying. When the central government notified the terms of reference for the 8th Pay Commission, employees and pensioners raised concerns. Various employee unions have argued that the central government has kept around 69 lakh pensioners out of the purview of the 8th Pay Commission. Besides the term of reference, there have been several long-standing demands of central government employees related to pension, DNS allowance and other retirement benefits. A written query has also been posted on the merger of the DNS allowance with basic pay. Employees and pensioners have also been keen to know their payout rise. Now, this payout rise will depend on the fitment factor. For those unaware, a fitment factor is used to calculate the revised basic pay of central government employees. For example, if the fitment factor is set at 2.5x, an employee's basic pay will be multiplied by 2.5 to get their revised salary. Simply put, to calculate your new pay under the 8th Pay Commission, you will need to multiply your old pay with the fitment factor. Conclusively, this fitment factor will directly impact your payout under the 8th Pay Commission. Interestingly, this fitment factor can also make an impact on the stock market according to a report by JP Morgan. Now, the key questions are: how much is the fitment factor going to be for the 8th Pay Commission? How is the fitment factor going to have an impact on the stock market? And will the DNS allowance be merged with the basic pay? Let's take a look at these key questions in this episode of Newswatch. Employees are hopeful that the fitment factor will remain close to that of the 7th Pay Commission. However, a report has estimated that considering the current economic situation, it could range between 1.83 and 2.46. If this estimate turns out to be correct, it will lead to a major change in the minimum salary of employees. At present, the minimum salary of central government employees is 18,000 rupees. If the fitment factor is set at 1.83, the minimum salary will increase to around 32,940 rupees. On the other hand, if the fitment factor is fixed at 2.46, the minimum salary could rise to about 44,280 rupees. According to a report by JP Morgan, the 8th Pay Commission is seen as one of the key factors potentially contributing to the upward climb of the Indian stock market. The note by JP Morgan said that 8th Pay Commission will lead to consumption acceleration, which in turn will be a key factor shaping the markets in the coming years. A jump in consumption will boost the earnings of India, and healthier bottom lines are generally considered as crucial in attracting institutional investors to the Indian markets. The report said that the 8th Pay Commission powered consumption story, however, hinges on the fitment factor or the multiplication unit used for salary revision. Will the DA be merged with the basic pay? This has now become one of the biggest demands of employees' unions. They say that over the last 30 years, DA hikes have not matched the real impact of rising retail inflation. And now that DNS allowance has crossed a level where it was earlier merged with basic pay, employees feel the government should step in and give immediate relief. The government is now being asked a direct question: is there any plan to merge DA or not? And if yes, when will it be implemented? If there is no plan, then the government is expected to clearly explain why. Employee unions also point out that rising inflation has reduced their real income and the existing system is no longer enough. The last time DNS allowance was merged was in 2004, just before the 6th Pay Commission. That move had boosted salaries directly and also increased retirement benefits because allowances and pensions are now linked to basic pay. Now, with DA crossing important levels once again, unions say a merger should happen automatically. The argument is simple: without a DA merger, employees are losing their purchasing power year after year. The government says the terms of reference for the 8th Pay Commission are different from those of the 7th Pay Commission. The 7th Pay Commission had clearly mentioned pension revisions, but the 8th Central Pay Commission doesn't include that provision, creating confusion about whether pensioners will get any benefits this time. At the same time, the centre hasn't officially said that pensioners are being left out. The final picture, both for employees and pensioners, will only become clear once the Commission submits its report, which usually takes about 18 months. To make it clear, 8th Pay Commission will review the salary and allowances of the following groups of central employees: central government employees, industrial and non-industrial employees belonging to all India services, personnel attached to the defense forces, employees of union territories, officers and employees of the Indian Audit and Accounts Department, members of regulatory bodies established under Acts of Parliament except RBI, officers and employees of the Supreme Court, officers and employees of the High Court whose salaries are borne by the Union Territories, judicial officers of subordinate courts in Union Territories. However, while the status of pensioners remain unclear, experts believe that if retirees are included, they may witness a major hike in their pensions when the recommendations are implemented. Now, the spotlight shifts to the winter session of the Parliament, which begins on December 1. It is expected that Finance Minister may respond to some of the concerns raised by employee unions and staff bodies. So, what is your opinion on the matter? Share with us in the comment section below.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.